All right, welcome in everybody, and welcome to the first of the Riverbank bank chat that we've got, or bankside chat that we've got going. I'm your host Tyler from Moe Fish. With me, we've got our co-hosts and video editor, chief editor. We've got beside me here, we've got one of our fishing companions, comedic relief, Mr. Chris. He also has his own Twitch stream for gaming and fun stuff like that over at Blue Viking Tech TTV. And
Oh, it's just Blue Viking PTV.
Oh, is it just Blue Viking? I didn't know if you changed it or not. Blue Viking
I did.
TTV. And then with us is, I'm always happy to have him. He was out with us yesterday, which was awesome. Alex, who is our chief video editor and tech support guy. Anytime there's an issue, he's my guy I go to.
I try.
Today we're going to be kind of going over, this is our first of our podcasts that we're really going to kind of push into with fishing and other Missouri fishing and topics, along with kind of conservation, keeping things clean, things of that nature. As you see in most of our other videos, we like to talk about and kind of showcase. And we want you to understand it's not just a front. It's not just us sitting there and just being like, hey, look, we're out here cleaning up. We do this even when we're off camera. We'll bring trash bags with us almost every fishing trip, and if we find hooks, lures, line, bobbers, beer bottles, it doesn't matter. We've seen it all. One of our biggest things is making sure that we actually keep the waters clean, for the sake of ourselves, for other fishermen, and for the fish. I'm sure the other guys can agree to that. Anytime you go out fishing, if you walk up on a spot and see just filtered garbage all through the water, you automatically know it's not going to be a good fishing spot. The fish aren't going to be there, and if they are, they're probably deformed. I'm sure you guys could agree with that. As times that you've been out fishing with me and probably out by yourselves, you've seen some pretty rank spots where you're like, I'm probably going to skip this one today.
Yeah.
Too often.
I mean, there's been times, Alex, I bet you can agree to this. Like something as simple as Velocus Pond. We've been out there. I think last season was one of our biggest years when you and I first really started going fishing. We were at Velocus. There was spots where, like near the piers, where there was just dead fish, beer bottles, things like that, and it was atrocious. Like you look out there and you're like,
Yep.
golly. and yet you're still hand fishing bluegill out of the water. I'm still proud of you about that,
That's all I can do.
But compare that to, some of the better cared for water that I've seen, like Beatree yesterday. I mean, there was some spots where it was kind of hit or miss. There was some occasional little single shooter liquor bottles and occasional twine line that's been just kind of left because some guy cut himself off. But Beatree Park was overall nice, peaceful. The water was relatively clear.
It's nice and quiet.
It was nice. Alex, I was
It
gonna say Alex
was
was
change pace.
definitely impressed with that. It wasn't quite, the hustle and bustle and chaos of some of the other spots that we had been to in the past. It was actually really nice. And then on top of that, we made Chris get his exercise in yesterday by going on a nice little hike. We were trying to figure out if Beatree had a connection to the Mississippi, a way that we could kind of take a back trail or something and reach the Mississippi. Alex can tell you we did find that.
Oh yeah, better be ready for next time. Bring your hiking boots,
dude. Bring the hiking boots. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be a good trek. But we're gonna get our gear down there. I'm gonna bring out the big King Cat. That's
we're gonna bring a wheelchair
for Chris. You're going to need a mobility scooter. What do you mean a wheelchair? This man's going to be coming out there on one of them Walmart shopping carts trying to get back there. But yeah, we found a spot. So I don't know if we're going to do it on this next fishing trip because Alex, I don't know if you're going to be able to come out on that one. I know your kind of schedule's
probably not.
Kind of been a little finicky. Usually we get Alex out on the first Wednesday of every month. So we're going to try and save some of these bigger trips like this for the first Wednesday of the months. So that way we can make sure we include him on them. Obviously, we're not going to stop from Chris and I, and if we can get Mo back out here, I know he's been busy. School, work, and life. I know he's been busy. But we'd love to have Mo back out with us and get him fishing with us. It's not saying it's not Mo we fish, but it's definitely hasn't been the Mo we fish you guys started out knowing with the banter between myself and Mo. Chris and I try to make up for that as much as we can. But yeah, it's just it's different without Mo. We definitely need Mo to be involved. So Mo, if you end up seeing this podcast or you're watching it later on, just remember you're loved and you're missed, bro. We need you to come back out fishing with us.
Need you to come to Susan Park with me. Tyler won't go.
It's not that I won't go to Susan. It's just I'd rather be at a river. And right now the rivers have not been producing as well as I'd like them to. And so that's why we ended up at Beatree trying that out. But it also was to give us access to the river. Yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough.
Yeah, so, that's to say the least.
Next topic I want to get onto is kind of our idea with some future spots. Now, I know a lot of times we've been hitting, especially this season, it's been a lot of kind of repeat offenders, like my background photo ended up at Castlewood, ending up at Simpson Park. We tried to go to New Baldwin Pond recently. We had some good fish there. I don't even think we didn't record that day, did we?
Oh, we didn't get any content that day because it was a lot of bluegill and they were just biting left and right. We didn't have time to set up cameras.
Yeah, you still show off some. I mean, true. It was just we were yanking them out of the water left and right. We're gonna work on getting the tripods up, and now that Chris has been doing a little bit of recording on his own and having some of his video content as well, and having his own mic and everything and setting up again, we're trying to get a little bit better at this so we can get more content pushed out. We'll be able to actually record the casting and reeling. I am looking into eventually getting a FPV camera so I can put one here so you guys get a better view of everything that's going on. I can just consistently record, or I can do like, cops with their body cams and just click a button, video starts, click a button, video off. To give you an idea of what we're working with, a lot of times we're using just little tripods, our phones, and some connectable microphones, like little boom mics. I think you've seen these on one of my videos in my blooper reel when we were out with Mo. But we've got these little pocket microphones that we've been utilizing to kind of, I hate this. There we go. To kind of show, my camera doesn't want to show it, to be able to get better audio instead of just using the phone's audio itself. And then I've got this little guy here that I'm still working with and trying to figure out. It's a little, basically a knockoff. I won't say knockoff. It is a knockoff. A Casso version of like a GoPro, gifted to me by my dad. So I'm not knocking it as being a knockoff, but I mean, it works. It does the job, and I'm happy for that. We just got to get it to actually function right and actually figure out how to get the SD uploaded so I can get more footage actually on here for you guys. But we're trying. We got some base gear. We're just doing with what we got. None of us are super rich influencers or anything like that, so we're not out here trying to make. We're not out here trying to make big money on any of this. It's literally just our way of kind of just outreaching for Missouri, our waters, stuff like that, and just enjoying sharing fishing with you guys. That's really the big thing. Chris, you got anything you want to add on top of that before we get into actually starting to discuss some like future fishing spots that maybe we look at? Maybe convince some of our wonderful subscribers to come out and hang out with us and do some fishing. And then it leads into what we're going to talk a little bit later on about the 4th of July stuff. So super excited about that, guys. I don't know about you guys. And I know I'm excited. I'm hyped. Yesterday had me all sorts of excited. Like that was some awesome, like just public relations and getting to hang out with some really cool people. And I look forward to doing those kinds of events with you guys now. Now that I've kind of broken out of my shell more, I really like getting out there and just talking to people. It's a lot of fun.
I got nothing except for just a big shout out to everyone from yesterday.
Heck yeah, dude. I don't know if his parents would be okay with it, but I'm not going to give his whole name. But Kaysen, young guy that we met yesterday, man, I almost felt like I adopted the kid half the time because it was, hey, you mind if I fish with you? Can I do this? And I mean, I was more happy because I think it was awesome that he was taking such the initiative to want to learn and want to be involved on all of it, and that to me was awesome. He, how do I cast this? What lure, where would you recommend I cast at? Can you show me how to cast this? Can you show me how to reel this? Like that was kind of cool. I had a good time working with him, and also with some of the other people I got to sit and chat with around the banks at Bee Tree. That was pretty awesome. Alex, you got any? Oh, go ahead.
I didn't catch any of the names of the other 2 kids that were there towards the end of our trip, but
I did catch their names.
It was nice for them too, because they asked us a couple questions, and it was nice to see the love of the fishing in them, and they got to see, when they get older, the kind of stuff that they can start getting into and more stuff that they can handle later down the road.
About different baits. That was another cool thing. Showing them some of our secret sauce and some of that stuff with the baits that we use and whatnot. That was kind of fun. I know, Kaysen was having fun with the little pocket lure that he had came out there with, but then when we gave him the rooster tail, he's like, man, I caught a couple bluegill on it. I was having fun with this thing. I'm like, dude, sometimes switching up your baits can help you, stuff like that, because he was like, I got one bass. I haven't caught anything since. And I was like, well, sometimes you gotta change up your lure, change up the bait, because what they might bite on one day, they may neglect the next day. So, there's always that. Alex, you got anything you want to add in on that?
Nothing that really hasn't been said already.
Alex is just like, I'm just here in the backgroround. He's the one that should really be doing most of the talking. He's got the radio voice. Like if you ever hear Alex, if you hear Alex,
radio voice.
Alex has like the, hey guys, I got that nice melody from KZEK, blues, bluegrass, classics. We play it all. But
if you say so.
Hey, you got the compliment from the lady the other day about having a radio voice.
Did I?
Yeah, she was talking to you.
She was talking to you.
I don't have a radio voice. I had a hoarse voice from yelling and talking and being winded yesterday and not drinking enough water. That Grampy Rick would be disappointed in me.
Nah, it was directed to you.
Insert note: stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated, especially during these summers. It gets hot, especially around Missouri, man. Next Wednesday is supposed to be 92, guys. 92.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wear your sunscreen.
Unless you're dumb
That's
like me.
a joke, right?
And Alex. Alex likes to get toasty too.
So do I. My
Once-
back's
just
already
once in a
sunburned
while.
from swimming today.
So we've already kind of went over that we're going to be going back to Beachery, obviously, to hit the riverside and try and get out there and see what we can do. When we went out, though, and I got to look at it, like the river current was pretty solid, but there was a lot of drift. There was a lot of drift. So it's going to be potentially stuff we got to be aware of when running float rigs and stuff. It's gonna snag. There's a good chance you're going to snag on something. So just keep an eye on your lines when you're out there. Same thing I tell any of the other viewers. If you're going riverside and you go to a spot that looks like there's a lot of driftwood and a lot of scrap just dragging downstream, keep an eye on your lines because there's a good chance you're going to get either grabbed by something and it's going to drag it into a snag, or it's going to be just the straight snag itself. What are some other other locations that we'd like to go in and hit, or that you guys as a chat? We are live, by the way. I forgot to mention we are live on YouTube. But we're also doing this as a podcast, so it's going to be kind of a re-recording that goes on to our YouTube podcast, as well as we have a new Patreon, which we'll be making sure we get that posted out there as well, where we're going to keep all of our documented EPs and everything that we do from here. Where are some other spots that you guys might want to go and try? I want to get back out to bush wildlife now that we've definitely been hitting a lot more on top water and having fun with that. I'd like to go out there and do some of those other lakes aside from 33. 33 is a catfish lake and some crappie, but I'd like to see what's in some of the other ones when we run some of our other lures. Maybe do some lily pad jumping with frogs, just try something different. So I want to get out there and just kind of bounce from the different lakes that are out there and see what's going on at Bush. I know, Alex, you'd made mention in the past about some spots you wanted to go to for trout fishing.
Yeah, Rockbridge, Missouri.
I think Merrimack also has a trout stream as well. So
I've heard of it. I haven't looked too much into it.
We might check that one out too. So that might be another location that we get to. Maybe go to. I know it. I want to say it's out towards. Is it Merrimack Springs or Merrimack Cavern? I know one.
It's Merrimack Spring Fish Hatchery out in St. James.
Again, a little bit of a drive, but something we could possibly do. And another thing, guys, is I know Chris and I run into this issue, and I hate to admit it, but I'm going to be honest. Gas ain't cheap, so if it comes down to it, we can try and find a meeting point, and we just carpool. Y'all know my little beater has space. I just got to take the kids' car seats out when we're going, but it's got space for the rods. We can toss them over the back. And Chris's vehicle, I know his wife would totally murder him if we threw a bunch of stinky gear in the back of his car and muddy feet all throughout his car. So
she'd get over it.
Alex has his new car, his new Aston Martin. We don't want to destroy that.
For real. Good thing it's clean as possible.
Dude, I would love an Aston Martin, or at least to sit in one, just to say I've done it once. Just to sit.
Just got to go up to one.
Dude, right? I'm just
you know how. Drive.
Oh, so we're gonna need $1,000 down payment just to drive, just to test drive the Aston Martin. But no, I'm just gonna find somebody out there at like the range or something and drives one of them fancy. I've seen one in our lot before, just like the Range Rovers. I'm just gonna go be like, sir, can I just sit in your car? I just want to sit for like a minute just to say I've done it. Let me just sit in this fancy car.
I have been able to take a ride in a Lambo.
Lambo?
Yep.
Oof.
An Aventador.
I mean,
ooh, I've sat in a Maserati once. Look, sat.
Did the seats feel any different?
No, honestly, no.
No, it's just a chair.
It's just a chair.
I will tell you,
I've got such a bad back that none of it feels good to me.
It was a lot of fun going for a ride in that thing.
I'll believe it. Coolest car I ever went on a ride in was my cousin's Honda Civic. He had the one directly from Fast and the Furious. So the low to the ground, black with the red neons on the bottom, all that fancy stuff. Only thing he was missing was the nitrous. And this was in Hannibal, Missouri, like in a spot where you wouldn't think things like this would exist. But he had this fancy, super fancy car. But yeah, that was fun. Chris, you got any spots you're thinking of aside from Susan?
So across from kind of George Winter, there's a marina that might have some good topwater action on it.
You want to share and show?
I am trying to find it again. Let me get back to it. Gotta remember where it was. There it is. Yep, I got it. Let me know when I'm on.
You are on.
All right.
I'll put you.
So,
I'll put you. Actually, hang on. Let me put you to main screen here. There we go. Okay.
Right here. So George Winter is right here.
Yeah, G-Dub. This is across the MAC though. So this is going to be us going across at what, 44?
So no, this is actually just across 30, right by the Minnehaha. So it's just right down the street from it. You make a turn right here, and you've got a little marina right here, a little boat dock area. And since this is all floating dock, there's some good potential for some bass and everything to be hiding up under here. Some cats, maybe.
It's not a private marina, is it? That's the other thing you got to worry about. This may be a test drive and go by kind of thing and see.
As far as I can tell,
it looks public.
As far as I can tell, it looks like it's public because it's got access to the Merrimack and everything. And there's a boat launch.
Hang on. What's that one on the left say? That road? Morrow Private Road. PVT Road. Yeah, that one there is a private road.
So if you were to keep going straight, and then you got Fallowford Beach Road over here is not private.
It doesn't say it's private.
Right. It's right next to a boat launch. So I feel like if we were to come up over on this road, we should be able to fish towards here.
What about that body of water behind it too?
That is I want to say that's the quarry for the asphalt company and stuff back here.
I was saying could be. Oh, I mean, unless it flooded in, but I mean, there probably won't be much back there.
Probably not.
I mean, the MAC does flood, so
it does flood a lot.
50-50.
That's been a primary issue of a lot of our fishing trips lately, is flooding. And then I know here shortly I will be going to...
Oh, here he goes. He's going to the Ozarks.
I'm going to Ozark Outdoors. I'm not going to the Ozarks. Ozark Outdoors retreat here. We're going to be doing actual camping. So I'll be in a tent and everything. But there's plenty of river access to the Merrimack here. Nice beaches to go to.
Like where out is this for Ozarks?
This is... Where's the city?
Because now you've piqued my interest a little bit.
Trying to get the city.
Oh, hell no. Never mind.
That's where's Leesburg.
Leesburg. No, that's...
It's about a 2-hour drive from here.
Yeah, it's like me going up to Hannibal.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour drive up. Which we got to get... another thing, we got to get back in touch with Joe, one of our guys that we're friends with. He wants to get back out. Him and his son want to get back out on their boat. The one we went out with on the Foley video. We want to get back out with him and do some more fishing with him. Maybe get them hooked up on some big cats out there. Maybe some decent flats. Because we went out to Foley. But I'm thinking I'm going to try and see if he's willing or wanting to go down more towards the city a bit. Or maybe a launch that's north or south of the city. And then just cruise on up into it to where, like a background with the arch or somewhere near it. So we can see where the big cats are, because I know there's some big blues out there.
My problem with trying to fish over here at the Ozark Outdoors Resort is it doesn't look like there's a big, deep channel here. So there probably won't be much for catfishing unless I come over to this way some, which I would just have to cross right here and come over to this boat ramp and try shooting off over here.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't look like there's much for deep channels there, but I'm still going to give it a try. Try to record some content while I'm up there.
Another thing, I wanted to bring this up to you guys. I know we've been pushing Simpson Park as the 4th of July spot. This is kind of a last minute kind of group decision kind of thought process here. And there's a couple reasons as to why. But I'm leaning against Simpson Park now. And partially
Why?
because Chris gave me some great food for thought with this. The last time we had 15 to 18 people,
Yeah.
and the segment of the bank we had already almost took up with lines as it was. Especially if you have people that are like us going with at least 3 lines per person, with different baits and whatnot, trying to fish, right? So if we get more people, especially since we've been really kind of pushing this and promoting this, if we get more people that come out to the event,
This bank's not going to be enough.
we'd be able to put a few people west of it on the opposite side, because where the parking is, they opened up that trail now that you can get to that side easier. We can put a few people over there, but it's going to basically separate them from everybody else. But which would mean we would have to split the team up as far as you, myself, Chris, and possibly Mo. Put 2 on each bank, so that way, we've got people recording and teaming up with and helping on each bank, so we don't have people just thinking they're being left off by themselves. The other issue is that the last time we kind of took over the gazebo, which was nice, don't get me wrong, great, phenomenal. That was the one plus we had, was the shaded shelter. That was great. But we would have to technically rent that out if we wanted to make it a private event for the Moe Fish community. Otherwise, we still have to share it with people, which I've had no problem with sharing. I'm 100% okay with sharing. That's fine. But we don't want people to... How would I explain it? We wouldn't want somebody to come up to the event and then start causing problems,
Well, if you're in public, it's going to happen either way.
I mean, fair.
There's no way around.
It's 4th of July anyway. Fair. But I was leaning, because I really liked how peaceful it was and kind of serene. I was leaning on Beachery, because they do have, if you didn't notice, they did have those coal pits. They did have a couple of barbecue coal pits around. All we would have to do is maybe pop up a couple, or we could talk with Aaron. I know he's got his little pop-up tent that he brought to the last event that we had. You remember his little pop-up shelter he had?
Yeah, I remember.
Have him bring
that thing
exactly
halfway across.
Look, I will. I'll bring it. I'll bring it out. Like if he goes, hey, I'll drop it with you, or you take it out there, or if he wants to come out, Aaron, you're always welcome with us, brother. But
I mean, yeah,
bring
there's
the tents.
plenty of areas to fish.
Plenty of space around it to fish on. Plenty of open grass area where we can set up the pop tent, and then maybe even a couple little pop-up tables and chairs if need be. But they even have a couple picnic benches that are there. But just something that we can use, plus the serenity of it. People might like how it's a little quieter, a little more away from the roads. So it's not as noisy as it would be if we were going near 141 and whatnot. It is a little bit of a hike for those of us that are around Eureka, Baldwin, stuff like that. But I mean, sometimes we got to make a little bit of a hike.
I'm gonna say
my CF fishing has been pretty hit and miss. I mean, we've had some good days and some bad days. I will say, yesterday's fishing was kind of mediocre. A lot of bluegill, few crappie, but I will say the group of people that we got to hang out with out there at Beachery was probably the coolest thing about it. Like the public interaction was nice. If you've watched one of our previous videos, I ended up snag hooking a 36 pound silver carp unintentionally on a 4-pound line, ultralight line, and got to play the great fight with him. That was a lot of fun. But welcome in. Hey, thanks for coming in and chatting.
I'm gonna say Tyler's favorite words here. Another area that we could host the event at that has picnic sites and
Don't say
barbecue pits
Susan.
and
Don't
stuff
say Susan.
available.
Don't say Susan. Don't say
I'm
Susan.
gonna say Susan. There's a lot of area to fish. You've got the farm there for the kids to go look at all the animals and everything as well.
Oh, what's going on, Galax?
There's a lot of things to do at Tucson for the kids. There's a lot of area to fish through. It's a secondary option. It
Chris, I'm
also
gonna
has
pass it over to
picnic
you real
sites.
quick. My little bits needs to go potty, so I'm gonna take her potty.
Okay. I don't know where I'm
Yeah,
leading because I can't.
Keep going.
Hold on, let me separate so I can see the chats. Galahax is in here. So I'm a big fan of Susan Park. Right around in this lake over here is where I caught my personal best. That was when I was a little kid though. And CF, yeah, it was or Gala, yeah, that was a big fight for him. It took him probably a good 10 to 15 minutes to reel that thing in totally.
Eesh.
Yeah, 4-pound line, it ran him at least 3 times. It tried to. He managed to hook it through the tail when it swam through him, and it hooked through his tail. So he stole a lot of the power away from that fish.
I did steal a little bit of it.
Against a 4-pound line, it was
there was a lot
he
of
was
please
still
don't
able
break,
to
please
pull the
don't break,
drag.
please don't break. I don't want to lose a rooster tail. Then immediately
But-
goes to B-Tree and loses. How many did I lose? I mean, I gave a couple of them away, but like
Right.
Like 4.
I lost like 4 or 5 on my
So-
own. It was rough.
What I was saying for the chat earlier is when I was a little kid, back when they stocked Susan with flatheads a lot more before they became harder to catch and find. Over in this lake over here is where I caught my PB of a 20-pound flathead. It weighed in at like 19.3, but we're going up.
So the 0.3 means you round down. You know that, right?
No, we round up
Point
because
3,
it's 19.
If it's by metrics, listen, if you go by 0.5 or above, then you can round up. Like just like with my carp, it was 35.
Yeah, but once we round
8.
down to 19, it's above 15, so we round up to 20.
That's not how that works.
It's how this works.
Alex, help me. My brain.
19 is closer to 20.
His
math.
redneck math is not
We round
making
up.
sense.
We round up.
Okay,
We're nice.
we're gonna gloat today. And then on top of that, right after, so we're gonna go ahead and round up. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's the fish that got away kind of story. That's one of those fishing tales.
No, that we kept it and we cooked it.
Do you have pictures?
I was 12.
I don't give a dang. Mom and Dad should have taken a
Pictures?
Oh,
picture.
Mom and Dad weren't. Mom wasn't with me. The neighbor took me fishing.
Gotcha.
Went fishing with the neighbor. Mom was at work and it was a summertime activity, and I was just like, neighbor's going fishing. Hey, can I join?
Gal out here ripping 11 crappie and 22 perch. I haven't seen any perch. I know we have like perch out here. I think I made mention it to you guys at one point. There was that walleye spawn, air quote, fisherman fishtails, of course, guys. They're claiming there is a walleye spawn back here, Merrimack connection from that boat launch that's behind my house. Just up towards the old Route 66.
Right here.
Yeah, that
Route
Route 66
State Park.
State Park situation. They said there's walleye spawn up there. So I may dabble one of these days if I can get away and sneak out, or maybe even just take the boys out with me. Go out there and try and do a little walleye. See if we can't hook into something out there. See if there's anything up there aside from a bunch of concrete and rocks that'll snag you. I don't know how people get their boats out on that boat ramp. Or that boat launch. I'm sorry, but I will throw out line on that boat launch from right behind my house, and it's just snag repeatedly. Yes, dear.
I did pee.
High fives. Good job, Mama. Keep it up. We are potty training, so she is super excited about this stuff, guys. Forgive me. Dude, how do you think we feel? It'd be nice to see some walleye. I remember when I was in Virginia, I did some fishing, and I have a photo with one of the guys I made friends with. He's another Navy vet. He hooked into a pickerel, and I'd only seen like photos of those. I'd never seen a pickerel until I was over there, or pike. It was either pickerel or pike. But he pulled this thing out, and then he made the dumb decision, and we just laughed at him. He tried to thumb the fish like you would a bass or a catfish.
Ooh.
Yeah, he learned just like Gar. Those things have super sharp teeth. Actually, they're a little wider than Gar teeth. Gar teeth are usually like fine little needles. Those like pike and pickerel teeth are like chonky, chonky teeth. But yeah, he grabbed it and he's like, "Ooh, ow!" And I was like, "Yeah." And then
Yep.
the fish thrashed, and when it thrashed, it ended up gashing his thumb open a little bit. And so we have a picture, or I have a picture of him holding his hand out like this, and there's just this nice little gash going down the side of his thumb. I'm like, this is what happens. Oh, by the
So
way, guys, since she's here, obviously, we've got a special appearance. My daughter Ellie decided she wanted to come say hi. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. She has become one of my biggest supporters for all of this, and I mean, it's got to be one of the. It's, dude, you know you've hit it big with your daughter when you go to Bass Pro, and instead of her saying Bass Pro, she goes, "It's Moe Fish." She calls the Bass Pro logo art. And it kills me. But then on the same note, this is the other part that kills me. She'll see our logo and go Bass Pro, and I'm like, she's got it backwards. Don't get me wrong. That just makes my merch sound that much cooler when she goes out and sees
Yeah, the
people wearing
best.
Bass Pro hats and goes, "Oh, Moe Fish," and they're like, "What?" That's like my segue with people as my daughter mentions their hat and is like, "Moe Fish," and they're like, "What's that?" And I go, "Oh yeah, by the way, here's our channel. Come check us out." This is our logo. That's Bass Pro's logo, but you know, yeah. Chris, you can go ahead and pop down the map. We're gonna go back to 3.
Well, I just wanted to
Oh, got
point
one
out
more.
real quick. I don't
Yep.
know exactly how to get there very easily, but I found one out towards you that might have a good large area for us to try to fish out of. Right here at Sherman Beach, you got the parking lot right here, and then you got all of this beachfront right here to fish off
Oh
of.
yeah, that's nice. It looks a little
I
shallow though. That's a Mac again, so it looks a little
was
shallow
about
in
to say,
that throat there next to the bridge.
this doesn't show good signs of being deep water
But channel cats and pitching off that side towards the bridge. Or
towards the bridge
maybe there's
here.
spots up under that we can't see from the trees. Maybe you can get up under there, push into that deeper well that way. That okay.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, that's actually depending on which way the water's flowing. I'm assuming it's going from left to right. If the water's flowing left to right,
Yeah.
that little point where the beach is, that's a jetty. So all that downflow, you might find some decent cats sitting in that downflow.
So this is north of everything here. So this
What's
flows
that out towards?
towards
That's
Fenton.
towards
So
Crescent.
this way would be towards Fenton. This way would be towards you. So it should flow this way.
Okay.
And yeah, this is just right north of you. You got Bluffview Park here, which might have a little bit of a good river access too.
Drop a float rig, sending it down. Okay.
Yep.
Some other spots. So I need you to bookmark these and hang on to them because that might be something we do instead of hitting our usuals.
Here's Castlewood.
Okay.
And then here's Sherman right here.
Yeah, definitely North Bank was looking pretty nice. So yeah, make sure you bookmark those because next Wednesday's coming up. I don't know with it being 92 if I want to be out in that open beach.
I have a pop-up tent.
Okay. Okay. Wednesday, you want to go to this? You want to try this spot? Bookmark it and send me the bookmark so that way I can, or send me the GPS coordinates or the whatever. I can meet you there. We'll try that one out and see what we think. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and close down your share. We're gonna go back to 3. Actually, no, leave your close it down for now. We're going back to 3. Sorry.
Let me bring that back up.
There we go. I was gonna say I clicked the button too early. I've been timing the button, like smashing the button at the right time, to make sure that make sure everything goes like smoothly with this transition, since we don't have actual proper transitions yet. And then I just jumped the gun on that one. All right. So next course of business, we've talked about fishing spots. We've talked about how fishing's been going. One of our next big things that I want to talk about, obviously, is the 4th of July. We were hinting at it, talking about Beachtree, making Beachtree the next spot. Maybe Susan. I don't know yet. We need to figure it out, though, because we're kind of on the cusp of, needing to basically nail in a spot. Just like nailing in the new merch that we just rolled out. I am thinking about switching the logo of a couple of them, though, Chris. Instead of doing the outline logo in the red, white, and blue, using the other one that has the red, white, and blue background, and then zero out the fish, if that makes sense.
Sounds like a good idea, too.
Just, the negatives, I guess. Go with the negatives instead. So that way it pops more, and there's more actual that they're getting instead of just this. But yeah, new merch up on the merch store. Chris, if you want to pop that merch store up real quick. I know I just told you to take everything down, but we're going to go ahead and just pop that up because we are coming to the end of our hour. First one we're doing today was only going to be an hour. We're going to talk about potentially going and doing longer and how frequent we're going to do these things. We did get some new merch up there, especially with it being summer, we want to throw some nice 4th of July fun stuff on there. We've got our beach towels, flip-flops, t-shirts, tank tops for the ladies. We've got some nice drawstring bags, which we're going to be giving those away with one of our giveaway items for the 4th of July Fish-a-thon. And then the gator, and then, of course, our normal merch as well on the site. It's in the link in our YouTube bio. Be sure to go check it out. Help support us. All the money that you guys either donate or when you buy merch from us, that goes right back into just funding fishing trips for the community and doing more of these outreach things like this for the 4th of July stuff. I make no money. Chris makes no money. Alex never made money. He works at the range for free, mind you. No, I'm kidding. He's probably better off than I am half the time. As far as for the 4th of July goes, if you guys want to bring out some like minor sides or drinks to help, I'm not saying it's a BYOB, but if you guys want to bring out some sides when you come out to the event, by all means, just be aware of people's allergies. So try and keep things pretty. I don't want to say bland because I don't do bland. I like
allergenic.
But just be aware and make sure that we let people know, hey, this might have whatever they're allergic to: wheat, honey, strawberries for me. Which ironically, I was touching strawberries the other day and I did not break out into hives, so I'm confused. Maybe my allergy's gone. Who knows? So I've been missing out on eating a lot of strawberry stuff when I was back at the range and they brought those nice cakes in. But it is what it is. Other than that, yeah, you want to bring some stuff. It would definitely help us out quite a bit. Also, we will be making a poll probably within the next week or so. It's going to be like, hey, mark this if you're coming. If you'd like to come, mark this. If you can't make it, mark this. Just so we have an idea of how many people we're anticipating are going to be coming to this event. And also, we're going to be doing another cool thing. It doesn't have to be our merch, but we do want you guys to be as patriotic as possible. So if you've got red, white, and blue, anything, and you love this country and the 250 years she's been keeping us happy, safe, and allowing us the freedoms that we get to enjoy, like being able to come on here and speak to you guys, being able to go and fish, being able to own guns for those of you Second Amendment lovers out there. Then, let's rock it out with some red, white, and blue. I went out today to Walmart and picked up some new red, white, and blue basketball shorts just because, and they look like the rocket bomb pops that we used to get as kids. So I liked them. I thought they were cool. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get those. They're $7 at Walmart, so I had to get them. Don't know
Hey,
if
go back to the 3-man.
3-man. Okay.
3-minute.
Don't know if I'm going to be rocking those on the 4th of July event, only because I'm going to be red, white, and possibly a little blue myself if I decided to show a little bit more skin than I need to.
He can be really red.
And go be really red. Sun no love me. That's why when in the videos you see me wearing those UV protective long sleeves, because Sun and I don't get along. I have 2 colors, and tan is not one of them. It's either lobster red or mayonnaise white. So
you gotta do what I did yesterday. You burn, and then over the course of the month, it'll tan over.
It doesn't.
After you peels off and blisters.
I have tried this method many a times as a kid. I would go out, and I have no melanin in my skin to make me tan.
Same.
I got.
You think I do?
Apparently, more than the 2 of us.
It's the Hispanic side. It's the Hispanic. I say it's the Hispanic side of your family, dude. You got a little bit of brown going on. Me,
a little bit brown on the
Irish, German, French, English, and maybe a small 0.0000003 to 0.0001. I don't know. Indian. That's it.
I am Irish, German, and Scandinavian.
Scanda, white skinian. That's his. But yeah. So the event will be held on, as of right now, on the 4th of July. We are shooting for the actual 4th, weather depending, obviously. Like last time, they pushed back fireworks on 4th for a lot of people because of the rain and whatnot. But as weather depending, we will try and coordinate this thing, and we will make notices. Make sure you guys are keeping up on our social media pages as well as on the posts that are here on the YouTube channel. I try to keep up on that and make posts to let you guys know. I'm going to start getting a lot more adamant with it. So when fishing trips are planned, hey guys, we're going to be at this location at this time. So that way, if you guys want to come and join us, we're all about the community. So if you guys want to come out and fish with us, you're more than welcome. We do have a couple guys that I talk with in the comment section that they're like, man, I'd love to get out and fish. I have received a few emails from people being like, hey man, when do you want to go fish? We could sit down and coordinate a little bit better with you guys. The email is tied on the bio as well. If you want to reach out to me directly, I can kind of coordinate with you guys on fishing trips and stuff like that. We also have in the bio our Instagram and our X pages where I try to make posts on there as well, and keep you guys posted on that stuff. Other than that, we've talked about the 4th of July. We've talked about future fishing trips. I think next video or next podcast that we do, we're going to go over some of our gear, because that was one of the things that was asked in our comments, was kind of talk about what we use. Now, obviously, we're not going to sit here and turn into one of those channels who goes, you have to have, you know, the Luz this or the Abu Garcia this or the, you know, the best of the best of the best. Because I'll tell you right now, Chris and I, and even Alex can vouch on this. When we first started doing this, before I started kind of going off the deep end and having some fun with a little bit of playing money, before my money's run out, we were using just basic Walmart gear, just whatever we could pitch together to make work, and it worked. You know, if a rod broke, you learn, just like when you got your first car. For those guys that, you know, when you had your first car, you learned to tinker to keep that thing running. Like you didn't always have the money to take it to an auto body shop and be like, hey man, the radiator broke, can you help me? You learned to tinker, and Redneck fixed a lot of things.
I mean, that's
be
just
sure
like
to like on this if that was you, because if you grew up in that same kind of era like I did, where you had to do that kind of stuff and tinker on, like I know I had to fix the hoses on the Green Beast a couple times, for like intake and whatnot. I know I've had to do a couple little bits of work on that thing. But she ran, for the most part, tried and true. Good car. Little Green Beast was a Ford Escort, 95 Ford Escort, and I ran that thing into the ground.
Just to get into it a little bit, that's the exact situation we just ran into. Like my blue rod, it's a Walmart rod, $20.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
good
you're
rod.
with the real you busted the test
I
or
busted the
the
drag
drag.
and the reel, but the rod is still good. All I had to do was swap out the reels.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yes, I do like
It
that
just
reel.
so had to had to happen. Happened to had happened
I have.
You got
have it.
this.
It's coming to the end of the video, guys, and you all know me. I don't English very well for very long, but no, I happen to have that extra one, which was awesome. So, just like I've got this, if you're a bait caster person and you like bait casters, I've got just this little Lose Xfinity that I've got just hanging around that I'm probably not going to end up using. Might be a giveaway item. You know, I'll get it all cleaned up, oiled up, greased up. Might do it as a giveaway item if you're a bait caster person, like doing that top water play. Just nice little Lose speed spool Xfinity. It was on a Walmart setup that I started out with, trying to play with. Uh, I am hot garbage with standardized bait casters. I'm still learning. All right. I've always been a riverbank. My grandfather raised me from young riverbank catfishing. You drop a line in the water and that was it. Yes, dear. You're hungry.
Me too.
I say I'm hungry too. I'm about to go eat some chicken Caesar salad once we're done here. But yeah, I'm still learning with these things, learning top water. That's why I've been, if you notice in most of the recent videos, I've been doing a lot of top water play. I'll throw my lines out for the catfish, but
Ooh.
I'm out here having some fun, playing with just little rooster tails. Hell, Alex, the night he went out with us on that night fishing trip, which we're not going to go into grave detail just so we don't incriminate ourselves. The night fish that we did, I was showing Alex, the swim baits, how they function, my little buzz bait that I had, and we were having fun just plopping that thing across the water as the sun went down. Like, it was fun. Over the
Two
West
things there,
Coast,
Jella.
crabbing and sand. Ooh, I like that.
I would love to do some salmon fishing.
Striper
Ooh,
sounds
some
fun.
stripers. Would love to go after some stripers. But so one thing I would love to do that if I ever come out that way. Thing number two is get your butt back in that Discord every now and then so we can talk to you behind.
Uh, um, for those of you guys that are watching, probably on Patreon or any of the others, we do have our live chat going, and one of our friends here, Galahax, is in here, and he invited us out west to go do some crabbing, salmon fishing, and striper fishing. So, just so you know, so you're not wondering why this is just coming off the handle. If you hear us say something, I'm reading from the chat as we go. But yeah, this might be one of our. I might throw this in as one of our 4th of July giveaway items. We'll clean it up and do a little giveaway on it. Maybe we'll do one for like the most patriotic. That the person who comes out wearing the most red, white, and blue. Like I'm talking dudes. If you're like me and you're a girl dad, if you're not afraid of doing red, white, and blue toenails, painting your toes or fingers for the 4th of July, you're my idol. You're my kind of guy. We can hang out. We'll chill. Red, white, and blue sunglasses, hats, t-shirts, shorts. Please don't show me your underwear. I'm good. I don't need to see any of that. But if you rock it, then awesome. I'll believe you. But yeah, if you come out rocking as much red, white, and blue for it, then awesome. But we might do we'll call it the Ultimate Patriot. We'll do some like giveaway item for the Ultimate Patriot, and then obviously we'll do our normal just for showing up, just for being out there, being a part of it. We'll do our raffle for we're gonna have a bag lures, so we're gonna be doing one of our drawstring bags with a bunch of lures in it, and then we're probably gonna have potentially another rod reel combo that we do for a giveaway. Since we are big on catfishing, which is why our logo is what it is, it'll probably be a medium setup. So probably another one of those Fat Cat or similar Mad Cat setups. That's yours? Yes, that's mine, dear. All right, guys, we are coming to the end of this. Be sure to stay tuned for the next one. Guys and I are going to kind of talk about when the next one will be. We're going to consider whether it's going to be a weekly thing where we do this and do like an hour, or this bait caster. Yep. Real. You want to practice?
A week, every other week, once a month.
Exactly. Week, every other week, maybe once a month to start out. We're going to be kind of testing the water with this. We did get a good turnout, good amount of people showing up. So thank you guys for checking out the live side of this thing. If you're watching this on the podcast, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check us out on all of our social media pages, like I had mentioned before, YouTube, Instagram, X, Patreon, and just come hang out with us. Come fishing. And until next time, guys, Chris, I'm going to do it. We're bringing it back.
Oh, no.
We'll catch you later, guys. Take care.